All right, guys, Stacy here, and I want to talk to you guys quickly about what do you do once you sign up one of your challengers with Believe Nation. So the first thing that you're going to do is if you're typically going into, I'm going to use Facebook Messenger as my example. What I love to do is as soon as they've made their challenge pack purchase, and typically what I do is when I send a share cart, I'll send it to the email, but then I'll copy and paste the link and I'll place it in Facebook Messenger. And I'll simply copy and paste it, and then I'll say some instructions such as, hey girl, here's your link. I sent it via email, but I thought this would be a little bit faster and an easier connection. You have to sign up on a computer or an iPad. Your cell phone won't give you the security features that it needs, so just make sure that when you do use this link, you're hooked up with a computer and or an iPad. And then they go ahead and sign up. I usually give them a sense of urgency. So I'll say to them, the link is going to be active for 24 hours. If you can message me back when you're done, that'll be great. And we can go ahead and we can start celebrating your success. Once they're done and they said they have signed up, I immediately go in Facebook Messenger and I go under the gifts and I start doing a little gift party. I send about 3 gifts, such as like us dancing or celebration, and just excite them because that is the very first step that they make into their wellness journey, and it's the biggest one. So you really want to rev that up. So I do a couple of gifts, and I'm like, girlfriend, I'm so proud of you. Like, let's celebrate. And I just celebrate for that moment in time. And then I say to them, all right, girl, let's just take today or tonight, depending on when you're talking, to celebrate your win. This is the day you're going to rebuild your life. So write this day down, because a year from now, I seriously cannot wait to see where you are with our family. And so then I'm usually done for the day. And then I message them back the very next day. And I talk to them about our team, Believe Nation. I tell them what our group is, what it's done for me, and how it's going to serve this amazing purpose for them, just like it has done for me since I've started my journey. So what I like to do is I like to ask them for a profile picture that I can use to announce them to the team. Typically, any picture that they use as their profile picture on Facebook, they love and they're willing to show it to everybody. I typically use one of those, but I ask them to send it anyways to have that permission. Once I get their picture, I've downloaded 2 apps on my cell phone that I love to use. I love to use WordSwag and also PhotoGrid. So those 2 together help me create an image that I can clip her face into a circular picture and make it look pretty. And I use the same fonts, the same background on every single person to keep my brand the same. So I will get that image ready, and then I ask them to give me a little bit of a bio. So when I introduce them to the team, I'm going to copy and paste that along with the picture image that I made. If you need help on this, just let me know. I totally got you. Then I'll ask them to send a request to be a member into Believe Nation, or you can actually invite them to be a member into Believe Nation. The first thing that you're going to do right after they sign up, day 1, you're going to be on day 2, is you're going to say, now that you're in Believe Nation, I want you to go and I want you to work the unit training. There's about 7 units. It's super simple. It's super easy. It will not take much of your time, but I need you to complete those units while your box is in transit. When you're done with the units, message me back, and then we can set up a one-on-one phone chat and talk about your goals. Now, you can either set up a one-on-one phone chat to talk about their goals, or even better, since you're going to be having more than just one person sign up in the month of whatever month you're in, you want to create Facebook threads. So for example, I would say this month is April. So I would say Believe Nation April new challengers, right? And then Believe Nation May new challengers. Each thread will be new. So every person that signs up with you in that month will be placed in a special thread. And that special thread is going to give them that one-on-one feeling that they so desperately need to feel connected to you. And not only that, they're going to see other people with them that are on the same day. They are on day 1. They are no different. They are not the same, or they are the same. And it'll give them more incentive to keep pushing than to drift off and potentially quit down the road. So there's a double win right there. Now, for the first month, I'm working pretty closely with them in the thread, but I'm going to slowly encourage them to be on Believe Nation because you don't want to create handholders. You want to create leaders. That's very important. But I feel like that thread for the first month, you should be kind of hand-holding a little bit, showing them and reminding them that we have team calls the first and third Thursday of every month at 8:30 p.m., that you will be on those calls if they are on those calls, and you should be on those calls anyways to represent your business, right? Posting every day, sharing maybe a recipe, sharing a moment, encouragement, voice messages are awesome in there. But then you might be saying, but what if I only get one person this month? Aim high, my friend. Aim high. Aim for 10 women every month in that thread, and I guarantee you, you'll have a bunch of people. But let's just say that you do have one person in the thread. Well, then they just get the most extra special attention in the whole entire world. So for each month, I set up a new thread so they feel that one-on-one connection and they feel like it's super exclusive. So we set up a thread, we talk about goals, we talk about encouragement, all of the things. You're going to notice that your challengers will probably message you separately. And each time they message you separately, encourage them to share that news or that aha or that learning lesson in the thread that they're currently in to excite them. Now, they might not be posting in your challenge group every single day, but as long as they are engaged and as long as they are consistent and as long as they know they can come to you, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Now, let's talk about that Shakeology PDF file that I asked you guys to print and download, the last 2 pages. So this one page I keep with me at all times. So it'll tell you weeks 1 through 4, questions to ask in those threads. And then month 2 and month 3. Study this. This will help keep your challengers, discounted coaches on home direct, which is auto shipment, because they need those results so desperately. It's not for your bank account, although you do get team volume points, which is awesome, but we want them to have results. They came for results. So I will make sure that whoever I signed up in that month, I will go back and I will ask the specific questions given the specific time frame, week 1 through 4, month 2, month 3. And then you'll notice that when you get towards month 3, you're kind of asking them, has anybody asked you about things? Because then you can start mentioning the coaching opportunity, unless you see somebody so spectacular that you need to mention it right away. By the end of month 2 and month 3, you need to invite every single discounted coach, every challenger into our next coaching sneak peek, which will be with Diesel Nation. And it's always the last week of the month. Always invite to the coaching opportunity, no matter what. 2 things that I also do with challenge packs. 1, I make sure that I give them Shakeology packets versus bags. For some reason, the bags, even though they get less, it's 24 packets because they make it a little more expensive. To see them pulling the bags out of Shakeology is physically showing them that they're winning. And there's something magical. So a lot of times when you give them a bag of Shakeology for their first month, they don't tend to finish it. So this gives them a little bit of wiggle room in case they miss a day or they get super nervous. There's 24 days in there. And then if they want to change it to a bag, let them go into their accounts and manage that for them. But always give your challengers boxes of packets of whatever Shako they're going to order. And that's just for the own result of letting them see the win and seeing those bags come out every month. There's something about it that can help them subconsciously think that they're doing something. And then that empty box is like, I did it. And they feel like a freaking rock star. So that's the other things that I do too. I always sign up everybody as a discounted coach. I typically don't give them any other option because I rev it up so much. And then I do say to them after they make the purchase and after we have that little gift party, I'll say, okay, great, you're in the trainings, you're working the coach trainings, we're going to narrow down a program, your start date's going to be blah. They need to do the before pictures and they need to do after pictures and they need to submit it into the Beachbody Challenge. That we can talk about later, but just keep those things in like your book of notes and to-dos when you're signing up each client. There was one more thing that I wanted to mention, and of course I forgot it because I blanked out. We talked about the units. We talked about after you sign up, the gift party, celebrating, doing the unit training, reminding them about our team calls the first and third Thursday of every month at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remind them of the No Snooze Zoom crew under our announcements. I think that's it. That's all you need to know after you sign somebody up. Those threads are magical. They'll have a big, huge difference, and they will feel super exclusive for you to make them feel like they are number one.